Hi, my name is Christian Aldo and I'm the Plastic General. In today's episode, we're going to be traveling along the Kokoda Track in Papua New Guinea. It's heavy jungle fighting and it's very dangerous and it's very hot and there's a lot of bugs. But if you like that sort of thing and you like fighting the Japanese, then let's go to war. Fire! Practicing my my macho Australian poses of the jungle fighters. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. Anyway, we have a fun episode today. Oh, by the way, this is my handmade copy of an Australian Owen gun. It's an interesting design. It was and then yes, they did put yellow paint on them, so they'll be good for jungle warfare. The guy who designed them, his name is Owen. And he wanted to design something very simple so that it could be used and very durable in the jungle for jungle fighting. And he had a folding stock, and they had the clip that goes in on the top, and the sights I got to fix them. They were bent over to the side so you could see around the stocks. But what a great robust little gun. But they stole the idea from him and he didn't make any money off of it. It's very sad. A little. Some cool news, and so I'm really thinking of doing this. I'm in the final stages of the production of my figure set, and I'm thinking of releasing them factory painted, just like Britain's detail. So it won't affect the price very much, but it's something I want to do. But anyway, that being said, we're going to cover some really classic sets today, and we're going to have some great jungle warfare, and all the classics except with twists. And those twists you're going to see. And you're going to be like, wow, I wish I knew about that. And I wish I would have bought it when I had the chance. But it's almost impossible to find now. But with all this cool new technology, they might be available again sometime. That being said, let's get into the first set and some other goodies too. Captain! The reinforcements have arrived! The boat's here! Aye, mates! What took you so long? Well, we're feeling really lucky to have you. Unload those supplies. I know that all of you have got some experience fighting and things. But I want you to know that the Japanese, they're vicious killers. They don't take prisoners, and neither will we. Not all of you will come back, but when you do, I'll be proud of you. You leave tomorrow morning. Okay, let's start things off with a super iconic set that we all have, and we've had the set like since the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever you got them, but everyone has them, and most of the people that watch this show that are collectors have this set, and of course they are the Airfix 132 scale proper Australians. You know, like the Australians, they fought all over the place during World War II, except for this was a surprise to me in Greater Europe. They never fought there, but they fought in North Africa, they fought in the Pacific, they fought all over the place, but not in Greater Europe. So anyways, let's start off with the first two poses. And by the way, these figures are super well sculpted. Anyone that doesn't have them, you should buy them. They're amazing. But they only made 7 poses. Okay, so the first one is the commander. He has a machete and a pistol. And the other guy is a guy walking, and obviously they're slowly tracking their way through the jungle as we did today. And boy, that hurts. So here are the figures. There's the back of them. Great figures. Poses 3 and 4. The first, the third pose here, he's holding a Thompson, and it's really nice that he's firing it. And so that, you know, he could be a firing guy while he's also throwing a grenade. And the second figure, he's firing a Thompson. And both of them just great sculpting. And there they are from behind. Fantastic. It's really sad that they only made 7 poses. But of course, you know, with the new reissues of these Airfix figures, they cast them in a plastic that's easy to glue, as you will see. Poses 5 and 6. Running with rifle. And by the way, the rifles are Lee Enfield rifles. And also here, a kneeling, firing the Bren gun off of the knee. And, you know, the figures have they have the Australian hats like I'm wearing here. In fact, it's getting hot here in this jungle. Woo! And, you know, they have all basically they're almost dressed exactly the same as the British except for the hat. And, of course, the machete. And finally, with pose number 7, standing, sharp shooting, Lee Enfield. And by the way, these are also the Lee Enfield rifles that they used in World War I. They have sort of like the flat front, as opposed to like the later style Lee Enfield, which has more of like an end like a Mauser or whatever. But like another great pose. And so that completes the collection of 7 poses. Like magic. So the gang is all here. These are all 7 poses of the Airfix Australians. Now, as I said before, it was such a great set, and I'm going to show you some conversions because this wasn't enough for me. Pose number 1, figure holding the case, the shell case for mortars, and he's holding a mortar. And yeah, they painted them strangely in this kind of like yellow paint. Maybe it was good camouflage in the jungle, and also some yellow paint on the mortar. The mortar is from the BMC mortars, and to make the spare parts, what I did is not only did I chop up the existing poses of Australians, but as always, as I tell you guys, Airfix has the multi-pose sets that you can always get extra parts from, and that's where I got some of these parts. So 132 scale Airfix multi-pose plus the Australians. Pose number 2. Kneeling, sharpshooting, Lee Enfield. You know what? You probably want to see this guy from behind too. Let's, there. You can say you saw it. Okay. And then, oh, here's a good one. I got to do these one at a time just because they turned out so nice. This is another guy. They're sort of sloshing through the jungle, and he has his machete and he's cutting through the brush. The foliage. It's a really nice pose. Courtesy of multi-pose, my friends, mixed with Airfix. Chop, chop. And pose number 4. Just, you always need guys that look like they're just slowly moving through the jungle. Like, kind of like in Vietnam, like their weapons are kind of at the ready. They're walking in a line. He's firing Lee Enfield from waist. And finally, there's a pose of a Bren guy. He's firing Bren from the middle of his, from his chest. You can hear the gun. So here they are, man. Copy the designs, make up some more. I would have loved to have had an Australian. Oh, I'm sweating. I'd love to have an Australian lying down firing, but what are you going to do? You can't always get what you want. Actually, you probably could make them by getting a matchbox, a British 8th Army guy, and just whittle the helmet off and gluing one of these hats on. Somebody should release some 132 scale Australian hats so that people could use them for conversions to glue them on people's heads. There's an idea, guys. Get to it. Do this! Okay, now we're ready for the second offerings, and they come highly recommended. So I recommend that you get on eBay or wherever else you can find them and buy them, because your Australians, your Airfix Australians need help. So there's only one other company that made them that are good enough to be that are good enough to be used with the Airfix figures, and these are by none other than Hing Fat. You can look them up. Hing Fat. They created 12 poses of Australians, and here they are. Now, some of the poses, obviously the sculptor was trying to copy the famous Airfix poses, like in this case, but guess what? Even while trying to copy the poses, the artist took a lot of liberties and made a lot of differences. So these are legitimate different poses. Even if I put them side by side, you'd agree with me. So you have a guy with a rifle slung, Lee Enfield, of course, and then a new pose completely, a guy who's walking through the jungle holding his rifle at ready. He is a left-handed holder, which I don't like, but that's okay. Guys, get these figures before they disappear. They're made out of China. They're made from a really strong plastic too. That's 2 poses of 12. Okay, the next one is firing. Oh, by the way, another interesting thing about these. Remember I was showing you my Owen gun, the Australian-made submachine gun. Well, these, it looks like the artist was trying to make Owen guns, but kind of got a few things wrong. But they kind of look like Owen guns, so I painted them up like Owen guns, and you will too. So you have one guy here firing an Owen-esque sort of submachine gun from waist, kind of upwards a little bit. And this guy it's different than the Airfix pose. He's holding his rifle or his Owen gun almost at the top of the barrel, and he's throwing like a yellow grenade, because they actually had yellow grenades. Weird. So that's what they look like. I might. Crocodile Dundee. They should have included a crocodile with these. So you can kill a crocodile. Okay. Poses 5 and 6. One of the only really idiotic pose with this set is this guy. He's going, ooh! He doesn't even know what or why he's doing what he's doing. I don't even know what that is. A purely wasted pose. But this guy is legit an authentic prone position Australian crawling with an Owen sort of gun. Fantastic. Oh, and his bush hat is curved up on one side, kind of like this. I might like that. How great is that? Man, I can't wait until there's a producer that comes out with a brand new set of Australians, either Mars or Plastic Platoon, and do them right. Give us some Owen guns. Give us the hats with the bend up on the side. Just give us some good poses that are needed. Anyway, that being said, let's do the carousel here so you can say you saw him from all sides. The next 2 poses. Oh, look at this. Standing, sharpshooting, upright. I mean, like at an slightly upward angle. And the other guy's firing a Bren gun off his knee. It's similar to the Airfix, but they are completely new sculpts. They are not pirated figures. And that makes them great. And paint them up. They're really easy to paint up because the details are very, very pronounced. Then you got, okay, you got another unoriginal pose here of a commander with the machete, and he's holding his pistol just like the other idiot. But this guy is, he's sort of like running, and he's waving on his boys, his mates. I might come through. Crocodile Dundee. Anyways, I should have come up with some cliches. So, 2 more poses. This one's a completely original pose, and this one's kind of like a lame brain sort of plagiarized pose. And now you got a couple more. The final, number 11 and 12, you have this guy is running through the jungle. It's kind of a copy off the It's plagiarized off of the Airfix. You know, it takes the same goddamn amount of energy to make an original pose as it does to plagiarize one. It drives me nuts. If I had the opportunity to actually, I would look at the classic sets that already exist and say, okay, what other 12 poses have not been done? And even if you do the same pose, you could do things to change it up to make it better. So he's running with bayonet on the Leanne field, and this guy, a completely new pose, he's taking his bayonet and he's getting ready. He's kneeling down, hiding, doing whatever he's doing, and he's getting ready probably to put it on top of, and to put it into place on the end of his rifle. So that's pose 11 and 12. Yeah. So here they are, mates. All 12 poses by Hing Fat in 1/32 scale. So they match beautifully with the Airfix. And there's 12 poses, and man, I recommend getting them. They're kind of the thing that a lot of people overlooked because some of the sets were a little awkward and a little weird, but this is one of the better ones. So I definitely recommend wrangling these up. They're kind of cheap. They sell for cheap, but people started getting smart and they started buying up the big bags of them that existed, I think, in the beginning, and then started selling them by like 12 figures and 12 poses and jacking the price. But you can find them, get them before they disappear. Okay? On with the show. You survived. I told you I'd be mighty proud of you. The Japanese were hard nuts to crack. But we defended the Kokoda Track like the good mate Australians that you are. So, that being said, get a good night's sleep. We're going back again tomorrow. I am done with the Kokoda Track. Oh, jump into the bugs, the heat. Okay. Anyway, no, I'm not going to join those Aussies. I'm out. Anyway, here's a friend. Oh, the monkey from the tree. Oh, he's good. Anyway, so that's all for today. And so if you liked the episode, please hit like and say something. Make a comment. Challenge me on something that you didn't like or something you loved. Or if I missed something, which I always miss things. Not that many vehicles. I was going to talk about the Airfix buildings, but I manipulated them so much. But I'm going to be doing some very quick turnaround supplemental episodes because there's a new producer that's turned up that I'm aware of, and that he's a buddy of mine now, and he's helped me out. He's helped me work out some of the details of my figure set, and he is working on a subject you guys are going to freak out for. And should I tell him? World War II field hospitals. So far he has an extensive Japanese field hospital of wounded and doctors and people working on the patients, and now he's working on a big American one. And he's showing me all the pictures, and him and I are talking about the concepts. It's gonna be just like MASH, where not only do you have the wounded Americans, so you can put them in your Forces of Valor ambulance, but also they have them under the tent and have the surgeons operating on all the figures. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Right? Yes. And so I'm also going to do a School of Plastic episode really soon, and the politics of plastic. I think I'm gonna run for president of the toy soldier world. That being said, boys and girls, please remember to like the episode if you liked it. And always comment. Like, let's say there's something I missed, or something you wanted to see, or if you hated something, my accent was off, which it wasn't, because I'm Australian. And, comment, and please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. So, my name is Christian Aldo. I am the Plastic General. Long live 132 World War II. Till next time.